Hey folks, Rich here, South Florida Beekeeping with Rich. I have a confession to make. I have a bird. And since I have a bird, I have bird seed. And since I have bird seed, I have seed moths. And that used to mean that I would run around with a little butterfly net catching seed moths and smushing them. Then one day at Home Depot, I saw an ad for seed moth traps with pheromones. And I got them. And I put out a couple of them, and it completely solved my seed moth problem. Yes, it did. And after a while, I'm thinking to myself, it says here that it takes care of uh, grain moths, flower moths, meal moths, and seed moths. Well, maybe the same pheromone works with the wax moth that works on all these other moths. So I took a couple of the traps and I opened them up. And like this one, I just cut the top off a bottle and wrapped it around the inside. This one, I took a, oh look, birdseed container and opened it up and put it inside there just so they'd stay dry.
So what do they look like before you tamper with them?
They look like this before I tamper with them. This one's from this cage.
Okay.
Okay, this one hangs over the cage. And I hung them in the backyard in a couple of different places. Because, of course, the first thing on my mind is, are these things going to catch bees? Well, it was close to 5 weeks before either one of them caught its first bee. And this one is in 3 months has caught 4 bees, and it is right in the primary flight line for the bees from that hive going up and out. So I suspect it was just bees that were checking, because this other one, which was not in a primary flight line, has, in the course of 6 weeks, only caught 1 bee. So the bees aren't attracted to it. I suspect these bees just got caught up in exploring and landed on the gummy surface, and that was about it. But on the other hand, they have caught a number of moths. Now, are they seed moths? Are they wax moths? I don't really know, because when they get caught on here, they look kind of grunged up and messy. So I can't really identify them. I don't know for sure. All I can tell you is that I went into all my hives last week checking for wax moths on all the dry and empty comb, and I didn't find any. Now, this information is of no use to anyone other than the people here in South Florida. Today is December the 15th. The temperature right now is 79 degrees. And it is prime seed moth season for wax moth season for us, because the hive is shrunk. We have all this dry comb out there, which is being left almost totally unattended by the bees. And that's when the wax moths can move in and do something to it. That's why we spend a lot of time taking dry comb out of our hives in the wintertime, only to put it back a couple of months later when the hives start expanding again. But there you go. I had no trouble figuring out ways to put these up and keeping them dry. We've had lots of wind. We've had rain showers and such. They're staying dry in there. They're catching moths. Not sure they're the right moths, but they're catching moths.
And what's the name of the pheromone?
All you got to do is type in seed moth trap online, and Amazon will give you 50 different options. These two options both came from Home Depot because I was there. Well, the next guard,
That's the one that can hang up.
well, these hang up too, dear. These simply come pre-done, a little on the pricey side. These you get a 8-pack for like $12, or 6-pack for $12, and these are a 2-pack for $10. So hopefully it has a stronger pheromone. I can really smell something on these where I've never smelled anything on those. Don't think they're attracting me at all, but
And that one's called the pantry pest.
this is the pantry pest trap. I'm going to I'm going to put these out or I'm next because these are past their effective life span, and so I'm going to put out some new traps today. So I went to get some, and they didn't have these anymore. This was the only one they had, constantly changing.
That's on Amazon.
No, this was at Home Depot, but you
Oh,
can find it on Amazon too. I'm quite sure because I did a quick look on Amazon, and whatever price range you want, you can get 12 packs for not much more than $12. You can get 2 packs for 10. You can get anywhere in between.
is there a reason why you can't just hang them up? Is it because of the rain?
Yeah,
They have to be protected?
I'm assuming so. Now it's a very slick uh, paper, and on the inside, of course, has a chemical on it. But I just think it's a smarter idea to keep them undercover. So there you go. For what it's worth, give it a try this spring. For the rest of you that aren't down here, for you that are down here, you're going to see this video next Friday. So hey, go out and get some and give it a try. See if you catch some moths. The main worry would be, oh, will I catch bees? Really? Apparently not much, particularly if you're smart enough not to put it in the primary flight path, like I wasn't. I could have hung them somewhere else where they were kind of out of all the flight paths and probably wouldn't have caught a single bee, but it would have still been of interest to the moths in the area. So that's it. It's December 15th, 79 degrees down here, and a cold front came through 2 days ago. Brr. South Florida beekeeping at its finest. Have a great December, everybody.